Good morning this Monday, the 17th of April. I'm Grady Wolfe, a market analyst with Bell Direct. Wall Street closed lower on Friday as investors assessed a mixed bag of economic data against big bank first quarter earnings results. Retail sales data for March was released in the US late last week, showing a 1.2% decline for the month compared to expectations of a 0.4% drop. Despite this reading, unfavourable results for consumer sentiment and industrial production data add further support for the Fed to raise the nation's cash rate by 25 basis points at the next FOMC meeting. The Dow Jones Industrials Index fell 0.42% on Friday, the S&P 500 lost 0.21%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq fell 0.35% to close out the trading week. Big banks began releasing first quarter results on Friday, with BlackRock rising 3% after beating profit expectations, alongside Citigroup and JPMorgan rallying on bumper earnings results that also beat expectations. Earnings reports being released by the big banks enter full swing this week, so we can expect the markets to move accordingly based on how well the big banks performed in the first quarter, especially in the wake of the regional banking crisis earlier this month. Over in Europe, markets ended the final trading session of the week higher, led by a rise in the banking sector after JPMorgan, Citigroup and Wells Fargo beat estimates for the first quarter and ahead of earnings season this week for the big banks. The Stoxx 600 rose 0.53%, Germany's DAX rose 0.5%, and the French CAC added 0.52%, and over in the UK, the FTSE 100 rose 0.36% on Friday. The local index closed 0.51% higher on Friday after a turbulent session on Thursday, following the release of unemployment data on Thursday showing the country's unemployment rate remains ultra low at 3.5%, in a sign for the RBA to continue its rate hike journey in May after April's pause. Investor sentiment was lifted on Friday by the rally for materials stocks amid a rise in commodity prices and demand outlook, while financial stocks were lifted by strong earnings results out of some big banks in the US. On the commodities front this morning, oil is trading 0.44% higher at $82.52 a barrel. Gold is down 1.75% at $2,004 an ounce, and iron ore is flat at $120 a tonne. Ahead of the local trading session here in Australia, the SPI futures are anticipating the ASX to open 0.16% higher to start the week on a positive note. There is no local economic data out today. However, investors will be eagerly awaiting the release of the RBA's meeting minutes for April out tomorrow to gain an insight into just how the RBA are thinking about future rate hikes to tackle Australia's current level of inflation. Stocks trading ex-dividend today include New Hope Corporation. If you've been thinking about this coal mining stock, it might be worth considering buying in today, as stocks trading ex-dividend generally trade lower on the ex-dividend date. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration today. Bell Potter has downgraded its rating on Breaker Resources from a buy to a sell and has downgraded the price target from 62 cents to 53 cents following the receipt of a takeover offer from Ramelius Resources that has been unanimously recommended by Breaker's board and major shareholders to accept the offer. The offer implied is worth $130.7 million and implied a share price offer of 40 cents per share at the time of the all-scrip takeover offer being received. Trading Central has identified a bullish signal on ARB Corp following the formation of a pattern over a period of 76 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may rise from the close of $32.61 to the range of $40.25 to $42, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all we have time for this morning. Have a wonderful Monday, and as always, happy investing.